My name is Ondrej, and in this video I'll teach you how to build AI agents with n8n even if you are a complete beginner. The popularity of n8n is absolutely exploding. People are using it to automate their work and save countless hours. Just building a single AI agent will give you an insane advantage over everyone else. So pay attention and watch until the end. Okay, so the first thing you have to do when building with n8n is you have to host your AI agent somewhere because you want them to be running 24/7, right? For that, the best option is Hostinger. This is the URL. It's going to be linked below as well. Once you go there, you will see the landing page where you can deploy with one click n8n templates. I don't think any other hosting service makes it as easy as Hostinger. So click on choose your plan. I'm going to go with the KVM2 plan, which is more than enough to host 100 plus AI agents on n8n. And by the way, this is exactly how me and my team build our own internal AI agents. We use n8n and we host them on the Hostinger cloud, which makes it super easy to deploy. You'll see in a second. So click on choose plan. Here you can select the billing period. I recommend going with 12 months since you build your AI agents once and they keep saving you time forever. Now, if you want to save even more money, make sure to use the coupon code David because Hostinger was kind enough to sponsor this video. And the last step before we can start building AI agents is to fill out your details on the checkout page and purchase the plan. All right, so after you pay, you'll be redirected to set up your server. We need to select the n8n template. Make sure to select the VPS that's closest to you. And then for the OS, select n8n. This is very important. And here you need to select a root password. This is for the login to the VPS. So make sure to save that somewhere. Click on continue. And literally this is it. So this is what the Hostinger panel looks like. And when this finishes loading, we can jump straight into n8n. So find the KVM2 plan we just set up and click on manage. In here, you can see all of your stats, how good the server is running, memory usage, stuff like that. But the main thing is the Manage App button in the top right. Click on that, and then you'll get redirected to the n8n signup. If you're doing this for the first time, you need to create an n8n account. Super easy, takes 20 seconds. Once you log in, you'll see all of your n8n AI agents in here. What you need to click on is create new workflow, right? But this is where we can start building the n8n agent. The first step is to select the trigger. For this video, I decided to build an AI accountant. You build this once and it works forever. So let me show you. Gmail. This is the trigger we need, and we need to set up the credentials. Now, Google recently changed this, so it's a bit harder than before. However, that just means that those people that actually set it up have even bigger advantage over those that don't, because there is more friction. But still, if you follow this, you'll have no problem. So click on the second link. You can skip the first one. It's kind of useless step. Click on the second link. This will redirect you to Google Cloud. Okay, so once you select the account you want to go with, you can switch to a different Gmail account if you want. You need to set up a country and agree to the terms of service, agree and continue. In here, go to the left and click on OAuth consent screen and then click on clients. So we need client ID and client secret, right? So let's create a project. I'm gonna name it n8n AI accountant. Create. Okay, so once your project is created, we can click on clients again and get started. So app name, I'm gonna say n8n AI accountant, okay? We have to add a support email, so just select your email. Now, if you don't have Google Workspace, you can only select external, so let's go next. The next step is to contact information for Google. Put your email in here as well, and then click on finish, continue, create. Once you set this up, we can finally get the client ID and client secret that n8n requires. So let's create an OAuth client. Application type, web application, web client 1, you can leave that as it is, and click on create. Okay, beautiful. So now we are in clients, finally. And in here, we can click on this client and we need the ID and the secret, right? So client secret on the right, copy this. Do not share this with anybody. Treat this as a password, right? I will, of course, delete mine before uploading this video. Now, we also need a client ID, which is this. We can also copy it through here. So these are the two things we need. Once you paste in your client ID and your client secret, the next step is to copy the redirect URL and go back to Google Cloud. So click on your client again, and under authorized redirect URLs, click add URL and paste this in. Click on save. As it says, it might take up to 5 minutes to take into effect, but the easier way to just go back to n8n and just sign in with Google. And then you'll get into here, which you need to select the permissions. So select all of them and then click continue, and connection successful. Beautiful. So we can close this, and then you should see this green. Finally, account connected, okay? So finally we connected Gmail account. Anyways, let's test it. So currently this Gmail inbox is empty. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna send myself a message, right? So I send myself a test email from another account. That way we don't have it empty. So let's hit refresh, should come any second now. And that way we can do a fetch test event inside of n8n, and we can start working on this. And there it is. So if we do fetch test event right now, boom, we have the email. This is a test message, blah, blah, blah. We have the email. Awesome. So now n8n can finally work with our Gmail. So make sure to click on save. This is a very good habit. Anytime you make progress in n8n, just click the save button. That way you don't lose it. Now, another tip, you can click on the node and you can actually pin the data. That way, when you want to retest the app, you don't have to send yourself another email every time, right? So let's pin the data, and you can see that the node is like purple, this pin icon. And now we can just do the testing a lot more effortlessly, right? Now, if you've already built some n8n agents in the past, make sure to move them to Hostinger, because this is the easiest, most affordable, most stable solution. It's much better than any other cloud solution or hosting providers. And I'm not just saying that because they sponsor this video. I'm saying that because it makes sense. And actually, you can do that inside of Vectel. We can check that. What's the best way to host our n8n automations? So if you are serious about building with n8n and about building AI agents, make sure to take advantage of this time-limited deal to get a discount on all of the yearly plans. So let's look at the output. You need to understand n8n. Left is the incoming data, middle is the node, aka the module, how it's processed, and the right is the output. So we get the output like this. We get ID, snippet, payload, history ID, labels, stuff like that. We need to extract the email itself from that. So let's click on plus, let's click on Gmail, and we need get message. Click on get message, and from the left, drag in the ID into message ID, and we want to turn simplify off, okay? So let's test this step. Boom, executing node. So now we have the full message right here. So now this is like clean, this is much better. And now we can feed this into our AI agent, which actually is the next step. So let's save that. And actually let's pin this as well. Let's pin this data as well. Next step, let's click on plus and let's do AI agent. So this is what's gonna process our email, right? So we're building an AI accountant that can automatically do your accounting, which basically means monitor your email and look for any and all invoices, receipts, anything like that, and take them into a dedicated Google Drive folder. So think about this. What do we need? We need to ensure that this prompt is looking at the message content. So there it is. This is the text from the email. Now for the prompt, let's click on define below. This will let us define the custom prompt. So I'm going to say email subject, and then I can drag in the subject. There it is. Boom. I can do sender and drag in from, boom. And then I can do body and drag in the text. So now the AI agent has the info that it needs to determine if this is an invoice or not. So let's save this, and actually let's give it the system prompt. So options, system message, I'm gonna say your task is to identify whether this email is a receipt/invoice or not. If it is a receipt or invoice, output the word yes. Otherwise, output no. Okay, so obviously we will give it the tools, like an advanced tool to actually use the Google Drive, but let's test this step. Okay, so we get an error because I made a mistake. I didn't connect the chat model. So let's save this and let's click on chat model, and we can select anything we want. I'm gonna go with OpenAI. That's the most popular one, obviously. And for the model, let's go with GPT 4.0. 4.0 mini is not good enough. I mean, it should be good enough, honestly, but I want to go with GPT 4.0. 4.5 is too overpowered for this. No need to go with that. And the next step, we need to get the API key for OpenAI. Now, before we do that, actually, the ultra search inside of Vectel finished a long time ago. It takes like 30 seconds. But you can see that my prompt was, what's the best way to host n8n automations? What's the best hosting service out there? And the answer was Hostinger VPS. So as you can see, Hostinger really is the best option when it comes to hosting your n8n agents and automations. So I'm not just saying that, the deep research confirmed that. Anyways, let's get the OpenAI API. Now to get your OpenAI API key, you need to go to platform.openai.com. Again, I'm gonna leave a link below the video to make it easier. And then on the left, click on API keys. Now in here, you need to log in with the same account you use for ChatGPT. So do that first, and then click on API keys on the left and create new secret key. Again, same with the client secret. Treat this as a password, okay? Do not share this with anybody. I'm gonna name mine n8n AI accountant. Create new secret key. There it is. Copy. Go back to n8n. Create new credential. And paste in the API key right here. Save. And connection tested successfully. Amazing. So luckily this is much easier than Google Cloud, which is unnecessarily difficult. But now we should be able to test the agent again. So let's do test step. It's executing the node, and there it is. So this was the input, and it's the output, no. So now our AI agent is able to correctly categorize if this is a receipt or invoice, or if it isn't. So it starts by saying the system message, and we get the email, subject, sender, body. Okay, so what I did is I sent myself a second email. That way we can test it. So obviously this one is not an invoice, but then I send myself an email that is formatted as an invoice, right? So if we unpin these two modules and we save it, let's fetch test event. Boom, there it is. So we should see this. And then let's pin it actually, let's pin it again. Let's run the second test step. In the Gmail trigger, we need to disable simplify, and in the options, we need to click on download attachments and toggle this on. Let's fetch this test event again, unpin and test. There it is. So we have the attachment right here. Now, when you use attachments, you cannot actually pin the node. So let's make sure we save it. So when we process this, we can get the message ID. Okay, so the AI agent can tell whether it is an invoice or receipt. So, and we are getting the actual file itself. Now, before we go to the next step, we need to update the AI agent prompt. So let's click on that. And the attachment is actually not needed here, but we can probably keep it, to be honest. But what I meant the system prompt, right? So let's click this small button to open the big editor. So your task is to identify whether this email is a receipt or invoice or not. And then I'm gonna paste this in. If it is a receipt or invoice, output yes. Otherwise, output no. Only output one word, yes or no. Do not output any other text. Okay, so this is basically gonna ensure that our AI agent either outputs yes or no, and then we can do a switch based on that. So let's do a test, right? Let's do a test step. Yes, so for this email, which in this case is this one with the invoice, right? So this one obviously is a receipt or invoice. Literally has the word invoice in the name. So if it is, we need to do a switch. Okay, so let's go to the schema. And if the output from the AI agent is equal to yes, then we're gonna go from the switch, right? Boom. So what will happen if the output is yes? Well, we want to upload it to Google Drive. However, there is a small little trick, and that's exactly why you're watching this video. It cost me and my team hours to figure this out, but I'm gonna give it to you for free. To do it, you need to do the Gmail get message again. So literally all we need to do is click here and duplicate this module and attach it to the switch, right? So whenever this switch runs, let's run it, run step. Boom, output is yes. And then we continue. Gmail, right? This only works if output is yes. If the output is no, this would not work. What happens if the output is yes? Well, we need to get the message ID again. So let's go back to the schema, scroll all the way down. We need to find the original Gmail trigger and get the JSON out of it. So there it is, Gmail trigger. So as you can see, the bold signals that this is the trigger. We need to replace this expression, which is red, with dragging it in here, right? So there it is, Gmail trigger item JSON ID. Now it's green. We can test the step and we will get the attachment again. Now this is the caveat, whatever, right? The issue in n8n is that you need to have the attachment before you upload to Google Drive. So now we can do Drive, Google Drive. We can do upload file. And now pay attention because we need to configure the input data field name needs to be exactly attachment 0. And for the file name, let's switch to expression and paste this in. $binary.attachment 0. I'm going to put it in the description. That way it's easier for you guys. So make sure it's exactly like this. Attachment 0 and the file name. And now if we do test step, see our folder is empty right here. Let's do test step and boom, there it is. So we should see the invoice appear in our invoice folder. Oh wait, my bad. I didn't set the folder, that's an amateur mistake. So first you need to connect the Google Drive account. So click here, create new credential. And again, this is the OAuth. Now, luckily, we have this already set up. So the authorized URL is the same. We need to just paste in the client ID and client secret. So let's go back and let's copy the client ID over here. And the client secret inside, you need to click on the client to get the client secret right here, copy client secret, boom. Now the last thing that remains is to go to the left, APIs and services, enabled APIs and services, and click on plus enable, and then we need to enable Google Drive. So I already did this, but if you don't do it, type in Google Drive, click on Google Drive API, and in here you will see enable. So this blue button, it will say enable. Once you click that, you should say API enabled, right? So then we can go back to our credentials and finish the process like this. So I'm gonna save it and I'm gonna click sign in with Google. But when you see the screen, this is very unintuitive, terrible job from Google, but you need to click on continue. This looks like there's an error, right? But it's not an error. It's just telling you that this app is not verified. So all you need to do is click on continue. And then you need to accept all the scopes. If you do this for the first time, you need to just select all of the checkboxes and click continue. And then connection successful, beautiful. So now we can select where to put the folder. So I created an empty folder called invoice folder. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do my drive, that's already good, and then click there and invoice folder, right? So now if I test this step again, the attachment should upload itself. There it is. It should upload itself into the invoice folder. So now let's save it and let's test it. Let's test it full stack, right? So I'm gonna delete this. I'm gonna delete that, and then I'm gonna make it active. Workflow activated. Your workflow will now regularly check Gmail for events and trigger execution for them. So don't show again. So now it is active. So click on the home page and then click on executions. And in here, we will see automatic executions of our automations. So what we need to do is I need to send myself another fake email. Basically, this automation will trigger anytime you receive an email to your Gmail, which you connected to the first module, right? And then it will, okay, there it is, right? So we should see a new execution any moment now. So as you can see in the invoice folder, we only have the first one. So when this starts processing, the goal is to see the second one. And this will collect all your invoices in here. Obviously, you can set it up in a more advanced way if you want some categorization into different folders. Oh, there it is, okay? So as you can see, it began running. We can click on that, and we can see it in progress, actually. Okay, so boom, 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 and I guess it's finished. Succeeded in 2.8 seconds. So all that it takes is 2.8 seconds from the email to appear in the, and there it is. 2.8 seconds from the time you get an email until it's in your invoice folder. Every business needs this. Every person needs this automation. It will save you, you build it once, right? You sit down for 60 minutes, follow this video, you build it once, and it will save you time forever. And thanks to Hostinger, it has never been easier to set up your own virtual private server, and it has never been more affordable as well, due to the fact that Hostinger decided to work with me on this video. So again, the link to Hostinger is going to be below. Make sure to set this up. It can run all of your n8n automations. If you already had some built out, move them over to Hostinger. It's not only more affordable, it's also more stable, more professional, and it's scalable. Super easy to set up, as you saw earlier in the video, and it's very reliable. It's one of the most reputable hosting providers in the world. And as you saw with UltraSearch, which is a very powerful version of Deep Search, even UltraSearch and Vectel answered that the best way to host your n8n agents and automations is via Hostinger. So again, the link to Hostinger is going to be below the video. Make sure to try the KVM2 plan and use code David during checkout. With that being said, thank you guys for watching and have a wonderful, productive week. See ya.